In religion and non-religion, it should not be a case of an eye for an eye. This is not war. I wish to address a motivational essay that itself addressed Christians and encouraged participation in the right to erect God's works, pieces of art of religious symbolism, in public places. It also claimed that when it came to state affairs, Christians are not able to compete on level ground against atheists for God's role in the actions of the state. I imagine for this writer, they really believe that God plays so much part in all of our lives, even atheists, and therefore state as a result of his will, and as such he has a right to a role within it. This writer can believe that if they want, but this is a warning to those of faith who may have been enthused by this piece of work. It's well written, and I like that it has raised this topic. It is important. Human's imprint, a word that in this context I use to derive the meaning that they mark their thoughts on their surroundings, in all aspects of life, home and the landscape, our cities, our paintings and digital recordings. The religious and faithful are a huge part of society, and all of our lives are affected by them, whether we are religious or not. We may not want it forced into our homes and politics, yet there is enough world for all of us. All people should be allowed expression in the cities and towns they live in, and it cannot be that the only kind of acceptable art is of a secular nature. All art is biased to someone of some opinion or other. Let them have their statues in temples. Let them have space in public places. Not proportionally, but equal in volume of space. All groups should have a little space for this thing that comes so naturally to all of us, this expression and unification, under ideas and symbols where we share like-minded qualities. City planners are there to organize that the streets and buildings might be efficiently placed, but so often take it upon themselves that these streets and buildings might also inspire and comfort the creative in us. They take prettiness into account. But I would like to put forward that in the case of the Ten Commandments being put in front of a public-run court of justice, they may want to also consider appropriateness. But in most cases, is religion really so offensive at the level of its expression by means of art? Expression of a passionate idea can create some wonderful things, regardless of their symbolism, and the meaning of symbols evolves over time. I thought, moreover, that it's decisions as to the running of people's lives that could be more damaging, and art does not take such a large role in that. Should they ever be allowed conversion in schools, and the right to send us to war over their own beliefs, then you can take umbrage. And that is my warning to all. One of the most important things that all humans share is exactly that they are human. Hundreds of years of unification under states and their respective laws has tried and tested many ideas for methods in organizing and allowing people their humanity. If you live in a Western country, or if you are not, but you like the idea of success that seems present in the Western world, I would remind you that one of the best methods for unifying a diverse population and allowing them to stay diverse is by secular politics. Not atheistic politics, that would be the denial of God entirely and would not allow churches and religious art to be erected even on private land. Secular politics allows for belief and denial alike. The writer I mentioned I know has aims of conversion. I can tell by the way the piece is written and certain things that are said within it. Freedom does not allow conversion because it intrudes on other people's freedom, the very thing that Western secularism is trying to protect, protection from intrusion. Generalization is a cruel thing, especially when discussing the different viewpoints that are possible given any particular topic. The terms them and us are powerful things. When used in tandem, become awfully dangerous in their effect on the mind. Those atheists, they're not like us. They wouldn't know the difference between a monkey and their uncle. They're so blind. Those theists, they all think they have the answer written by people under such limitation. Why can't they see those limitations are lifted, and that means our perspective should change? You hear how it sounds. I have been using these terms throughout this little speech, just as it was used throughout the written work that I am addressing, and so I'm culpable, and here at the end I apologize. The thing that bothered me the most were the generalizations in the writing, and they seemed so fundamental to the writer's thoughts. I would remind that writer that secular state is not atheism, and not all atheists are out to eliminate God from society. That would be to invade the minds of believers, the very thing secular state protects you from. Secularism, however, tries to eliminate religion from a role in the state. Can you blame it, when it is such an effective method at giving all ideas a chance to survive, even if they don't thrive? It makes sure that there's enough room in this world for all of us.